The Rambam lists Tefillah as one of the 613 mitzvahs. It is the mitzvah of Ulavda b'chol levavchem, to serve Hashem with your heart. The Lashon of the Medrash, Ezohi avodah shehi belev, hevayomeh zol tefillah. Service generally involves action. Which service is there in the heart? That's tefillah. There's another mitzvah, and that's the mitzvah of sounding the trumpets, the chatzotzros, when you go to battle, from which the Rishonim understand it's not about trumpets alone. That is the mitzvah to pray when you're in need. Prayer in time of need. The Ramban disagrees with the Rambam with regard to the first mitzvah. He says that there is no Torah commandment to serve Hashem with your heart in the form of prayer, tefillah. There's only the other one. Except that the Ramban understands that prayer in time of need is not limited to something like battle. Doesn't have to be that intense, but anytime you're aware of needing something, such as your daily needs, that requires prayer. Even the Ramban agrees that the Rambam's form of tefillah does exist, except he says that that was made by the Anshe Knesset Agdola, the Great Assembly, and is not a Torah mitzvah. So all in all, we have two different aspects of prayer. One is asking for your needs, and the other one is service of the heart. The setup of tefillah clearly is one of avodah shebelev. It includes requests, but there's so much more going on there. So in the coming days, weeks, I'd like to go through the different aspects of tefillah, the different parts of the davening, within the framework of avodah shebelev, and then understanding where requests really fit in there in the first place. But let me just say one thing. Requests, that's a simple thing. And that is simply acknowledging the fact that Hashem is the one that can deliver. What's the address when you're in need? Anything. It's Hashem. That's really an exercise in emunah, knowing that that's the one to turn to. Avodah shebelev, that's something a lot deeper. Avodah shebelev, service of the heart, means cultivating an emotional relationship with Hashem and expressing it. That's not going to be limited to davening. Davening will be the time that we get to express it. But this is an attitude that we walk around with all day. So let's keep both of these in mind. Number one, anything you need, big or small. There's a commandment, there's a mitzvah, talk to Hashem. Whatever it is, you feel you're needy in any way, you feel vulnerable, talk to Hashem. The second one is the attitude of walking around with this feeling of wanting to get closer and closer to Him. So we'll spend time elaborating on both of them, but especially within the framework of Avodah Shebelev.